Brace yourself, sports and music fans, because every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Arizona time is GO time. Introducing one of the hottest, most entertaining, and downright addictive podcasts you'll ever need. PD&J Was Good Today. Hosted by none other than J-Dub the King and Pocket. These two dynamic personalities will keep you on the edge of your seat with their unique blend of humor, storytelling, and knowledge of sports and entertainment. And you know what makes it even better? They're live on YouTube and Facebook, so you can join the conversation and be a part of the action. We're always on the lookout for awesome guests to join us on the show. So if you think you've got what it takes to hang out with J-Dub the King and Pocket, then slide into our inbox at J-Dub the King. That's JDUBBTHAKING. And let's make some magic together. So what are you waiting for? You don't want to miss a single episode. See you on Wednesday.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for? Don't miss out on the exclusive limited edition You Gon' Know Me t-shirts. That's right, You Gon' Know Me t-shirts are now available. Be sure to reach out to J-Dub the King to secure your very own t-shirt today. You can contact J-Dub the King via social media at J-Dub the King or through email at jdubtheking@gmail.com. But that's not all. While you're at it, make sure to keep up the hype by streaming the hit single You Gon' Know Me by J-Dub the King featuring Yuckmouth and Drew on all major digital platforms. Let's keep the momentum going.
What's good, folks? What's good? Guess what? We're back. You know what it is. Another Wednesday. Another episode of PD&J. What's good today? I'm your host, Jay.
I'm your host, Pocket. How's it going, folks? How's it going? It's been a while.
Few weeks.
Just a couple.
I
know some of y'all are probably like, where the heck y'all been? No repeat shows or nothing. Like, yeah, that's our fault. But we're here today and tomorrow and the day after that and the week after that.
God willing.
And the month after that.
What's good? How y'all been? Tell us about how y'all couple of weeks been. Anybody go on vacation? What's good? What's good with you, Pocket? How you been?
Man, I am just tired of the heat.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of it. We went, family, we took our little vacay over to Costa Rica, only to bring the humidity back. So 110 degrees with 20 to 30% humidity is terrible. Terrible, as the soon-to-be retired Charles Berkeley says.
Berkeley?
Yeah, Charles Berkeley of the Barkley family. What's good, y'all? What's good? Oh, man, real good to be back. Got to see what the sloths are not as slow as what they say. Let me tell you that. Let me tell everybody, sloths are not that damn slow. They talk about how slow. Those things are not that slow. We watched one go up a tree and come down and got halfway down in like 10 to 15 seconds. I guess I'll move that fast too if I gotta take a shit. The only way I can do is come down the tree. I gotta get up the tree and go down. If not, can you imagine somebody touching that tree? Just you touching that tree. What is this?
Just stop. We're gonna put a pin in it. So let's get right on into it, folks. We've been gone for a couple of weeks and a lot's been going on. So we're gonna try to summarize a lot in a few amount of moments of what we have here. But something's bothering me. And no, it wasn't the debate. We'll talk about that later. But something bothered me. I saw a video that made me go and start looking up more stuff, and I started finding articles about this specific incident. A young lady in Chicago was in a relationship with the man. Oh, I believe he was an older gentleman at that. They get into an argument. Basically, she's tired of the shits. She breaks up with him. Few hours go by. Few good hours go by. She's not home. I believe she lives with her mom in her mom's house, and she has a 12 or 14-year-old daughter, right? She's not home at the time. This gentleman, again, an older gentleman, decides to light a Mazel Tov cocktail and throw it in the living room window of her mama's house.
A Molotov cocktail?
Yeah.
Not a Mazel Tov.
That one. Whatever you just said. That one.
Molotov cocktail.
That part. Anyway. He threw
Sorry to my Jewish brothers and sisters. He did not mean Mazel Tov. Just to say that for the record.
Making a long story short, the daughter had to, it's a 2-story house, right? Nobody was on the lower level, but where the living room at, the mom's room is right above the living room. So when he threw this and lit it on fire, unfortunately, the mother passed away in the fire. The daughter had to jump out her bedroom window, which again is on the 2nd story. From what eyewitness testimony says, there was 2 young kids that tried to rush into the house to save the mama, but couldn't get to it. So they had to pull a mattress out and put it under the daughter's window, and the daughter had to jump on the mattress.
That's hell of a thinking. Those teenagers, those young kids.
When I saw the video, and she posted a video on Instagram, obviously heartbroken and upset. She just lost her mother and almost lost her daughter. And I'm seeing the aftermath of what this man did. And then I started reading articles. I'm mind blown, like, how do you have the gall to do that? What possesses you to do something like that? That really bothered me. That really, really bothered me. And I sent you the video and all the articles that I read about it. I just want to get your take on it, but
there's no take on it. There's nothing to take from it, except that, again, it goes back to people have been in these sheltered lives. And when I say sheltered, meaning you COVID really screwed up the whole society, where there is no social interaction. People don't know how to deal with rejection. People don't know how to deal with people in general. But they didn't. I tell you what they do know how to do, though. Post everything on damn social media. That's the only thing they know what to do. And then they, go searching for likes and everything like that. So, I mean, I'm glad that the daughter survived, but now she's going to be probably having years of therapy or whatever it may be. I hope she gets the help she needs. And the mother's got to deal with the fact she lost her mother, in a fire from this, I don't even want to say gentleman, this person, this non-human being, a human being. I mean, I guess we can sit there and say a human being wouldn't do that, but we've been saying that a lot lately, haven't we? Across this whole great, not just the United States, but the whole world. We've been talking about that. We're out of touch. That's not human-like, or what? What's wrong with you? That's been phrases being said quite a bit. There's really nothing to talk about on that. Really nothing.
And then the crazy part about it, a few days later, I read an article about a Detroit woman setting her ex-boyfriend's house on fire.
I saw that too.
I don't know what's going on in society.
Isn't it hot enough where you don't need to set things on fire? I mean, is it not hot enough? You want to keep it? Why not just throw ice in somebody's house or something? Do a couple bags of ice or something. Shit.
Fuck you, I hate you. Oh,
Cool off.
oh, that's actually kind of funny.
Cool off. Here, take this ice. They're trying to make light of a situation that really you can't. I mean, there's really nothing you can. Only thing you can say is people. Social media does not equate to social interaction. And that's all I can say about that.
But then you do have a lot of social people, right? Socially interactive people that go to social media because they kind of go hand in hand. They want to be seen.
They want to be influencers.
That part.
And if you talk to a lot of them that are former influencers or people that are I'm sorry. One of the comments that came in.
I'm not that shit.
I can't even. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. The Atlians. Remember that? The ATL? What did they call them? ATL Atlians?
ATLians.
ATL Atlians. Oh my gosh. But you know, social media, man. So my wife and I, we watched the.
And again, all this was over, like he said. They got into an argument over a hotel bill.
I just think that that's what we know from what's being said, but we all know it's more than that.
There's more to it than that, but that was
more.
You know,
That was just the final straw.
That part.
That was the final straw amongst how many ever straws that were broken over time.
Okay.
That camel's back is gone. It been broke. But
I'm gonna leave that alone.
so, yeah, this is the straw that broke the camel's back. Like I was saying, it's been broke. That was just the last one of probably many.
But it's just a sad day all around.
But why fire, man? Why is everybody setting things on fire? I'm telling you, it's too hot to be setting things on fire.
The Bible says the world is going to be set on fire.
That's the world, not my house. But the Bible says a whole lot.
Don't mean it's truth. Yeah, he's either evil or completely out of his mind.
But can he be both?
No.
So he can't be evil and completely out of his mind?
No.
Okay. So he can't be evil and completely out of his mind.
Nope.
John Wayne Gacy
That man was just pure evil.
was out of his mind.
No.
Okay. Jeffrey Dahmer,
Out of his mind.
but he wasn't evil.
Here's the thing with Dahmer.
I asked one question. I asked one
no,
question.
I will
asked
say
you one question.
and I'll say no. And if you go to what's my man's name? Jeffrey Dahmer Manson. That man's out of his mind too.
But not evil.
No.
So you can't be both. According to Jay, you cannot be
I don't
both
believe
evil and out of your mind. You can't be both.
Now, what's his name? Can't think of his name. I'm trying to think of him. Jim Jones. That man was evil.
But not out of his mind.
No.
Okay. DC Sniper,
That nigga's crazy. That dude was out of his mind.
but not evil.
I don't believe so. He had a couple of screws loose. That dude was too taco sort of a combination. Einstein, out of his mind, not evil.
But what did he do that was anything remotely to put him in an evil state? Nothing.
Then he built the bomb.
That would be Oppenheimer built the bomb.
He wasn't evil. The people that used it were evil.
So we're evil. Okay.
It's an evil climate that's going on in the world right now, bro.
I didn't confirm or deny anything you said. I just asked a question. So if you feel in a certain type of way about it, that ought to tell you something.
There's a lot of evil-minded people in this world. A lot. And then you got some that's out of their mind. But the ones that's out of their mind tell the truth. The evil person lies to you.
Okay. I'm gonna throw you a curveball. TD Jakes.
Oh shit. Why? Okay.
Can't answer that one, can you?
I
Can't answer. I'm going with what you just said.
I wouldn't even know where to categorize him as. And the reason why I say that is because I don't know him personally, but I can't say that the moves that he made were done with evil intentions. So I can't say that.
So I got a question for you. Everybody we just mentioned, did you know them personally?
No.
So why did you bring that up with just him?
Because we know more of TD Jakes in a more relevant climate than a lot of the ones that you are talking about. We know them based off research, based off what we were told, what we were taught, we've seen more up and close and personal, more relevant, my generation, as far as what he does, what he has done, good, bad, and indifferent. We haven't necessarily personally witnessed.
So I'm gonna ask you this again: the DC sniper. When did that happen?
I think I was young as shit when that happened.
But that's more relevant than TD Jakes because we saw him all over the news. We knew his whole life, where he been, where he was from, what he was doing, how he got that. His quote unquote stepson involved.
I don't remember all that. Like I said, I was young as shit. I wasn't even 18 when that shit happened. What's the DC sniper? That's actually a good fucking question. I'm kind of curious to know. Oh, they made a movie about it?
Oh yeah, they made a movie.
I didn't even know that.
It was I think a Lifetime movie or something or whatever.
It looks like it's called Sniper.
Yeah.
And it has what's his name? Rock.
Yeah, he's the one that wrote it.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
2002.
Yeah, 2002. So in 2002, I wasn't even 19 yet. No, I wasn't even. I graduated 01. I was 17. So in 02, I wasn't even 18 yet. Yeah.
Is it the sun?
It's all of that.
The vaccination.
It's all of the above.
The food.
It's all of the above. It is all of the above.
It probably has more to do with A, B, C, D, E, F, N, G,
and then X, Y, Z,
and ending with X, Y, Z. It has all. It has all of that has a play in it. The food. Let's talk about food for a minute. And I know this is kind of getting away from what we're talking about. The reason why I want to bring this up. Everyone talks about the portion sizes and the size of different things here in the United States.
We're still overfeeding ourselves.
So I think it was recently here they were talking about Raising Cane's. The chicken tenders got smaller.
Did they? I haven't been there in a while, so I don't know.
So yeah, I mean you'll see Saturday. But yeah, they're smaller.
They're a little bit smaller. Okay.
But the whole thing is, that's a good thing, y'all. That's definitely a good thing. All of us eat too much. Our portion sizes are out of control. Our food is on steroids. Therefore, it's being fed through us, which is activating the cancer cells that are already in our bodies. And the diseases that are already in our bodies that are there, it's starting to make them more prevalent now because of what the food's eating.
I get what you're saying, Pocket, and to a degree, I will agree with you. My problem is, for the amount of money of what they charge him for food right now, you better give me a decent sized portion. I'm not saying overflow my plate, but give me a decent sized portion for what I'm paying for. That's all I'm saying. Hold on, before you rebuttal that, I think he's going back to mostly evil are out there permanently. Sometimes folks have temporary breaks, but not permanent.
Talking about their minds, being out of their mind.
Yeah.
Most evil are out of their mind. That's what I was getting to. But you can't agree with that because you're going against what you said.
No, I don't necessarily agree. Like I said, I don't honestly believe that a person can be evil and out of their mind simultaneously. Now, can you have mental breaks? Doesn't mean that you're evil. You had a mental fucking break.
What the heck? What is going on here, Trulu? What? Sweet cakey? What the hell is that? Is that an inside joke or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus, Lord have mercy. But tying this the food thing in. And the reason why I mentioned that, because when we were in Costa Rica, man, first of all, did I show you that seafood rice I had?
No, you didn't.
I'll have to. Talk about seafood rice. Whatever's in the sea, it's true seafood rice. Whatever was in the sea was in that rice.
Yeah, and the thing about it, when you live on even U.S. islands, and I'm gonna go and say Hawaii, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, you get fresher food than what you get in the continental.
Fresher seafood.
Yeah, than what you would get in the continental.
But I will say
the
portions in Hawaii are out of control too. The Hawaii is just another. They're just part of the United States. The portions. I remember getting a pancake there. It was
humongous,
this big, with a mountain high of whipped cream.
Oh, whipped cream.
And I'm like, who the hell? And I was laughing because the person that ordered it before I ordered it, I was laughing like, oh my God. And I never forget, my wife said, she looked at me, she's like, you gonna get the same thing? I was like, no, I'm not. I don't even know what, I ain't ordered that. And lo and behold, when they brought that thing to me, I was like, God.
So it's funny that you're actually talking about food, because I'm reading an article right now. Pre-pandemic versus post-pandemic, food costs has gone up 5%. The average meal to feed 10 people for the 4th of July, they're talking about it's about $80 compared to what it was back in 2019. Mm-hmm. And when you talk about other countries with the portion size, you're also not paying nearly as much.
That's where I was rolling into. Now, that seafood rice here. I'm not. That's why I'm like, I'm not dealing with you there, truly. I'm about to go put you in the corner. You about to take my spot in the corner. But now we talked about the portions, right? Yeah. I didn't tell you about the portion size of this rice. So this was all I got was seafood rice. And it was in one of the containers. Actually, I'm gonna show you the picture. I have to show you this picture because I've been talking about it. It's one of those styrofoam containers.
Yeah.
Now,
they ain't gonna see that.
If you look closely, that's the rice I'm talking about, y'all. Now, you know the styrofoam containers that you know what I'm talking about. They put your fish fries on Fridays in. The whole thing was full of rice. It had fries, and you saw I had a little smiley crab in there. Now, you look at that portion. You look at that right now. Tell me in the States how much you pay for that.
About $12.85.
It's gonna be way more than that. I just told you all the seafood in there. We're talking about oysters, clams, scallops, fish,
sea scallops, crab. Or bay scallops?
They were probably bay scallops. We were in Costa Rica.
Bay scallops, so they were the small ones.
No, wait, yeah. They were bay scallops.
Okay.
Clams, mussels.
All right, all about $18.50. About $18.50. After taxes, about $20 up to $22.
Even with taxes, like $11.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, you wouldn't get anything like that. Seafood rice here is shrimp, and that's about it. Oh, I forgot the shrimp were in there too, about that big. So that $18 now probably what you're talking about. You're getting a steak, pretty much. Now, like what you said, the portions compared to what we pay. Portions got small, but we're paying the same.
If not more.
Like it was what did we realize right after COVID? Remember we would text each other from the supermarket. Man, you see how much a quote unquote
pound of ground beef was goddamn $8. Made me stop eating beef. Or not beef, ground beef. I take that back. Yeah. I really all I eat from the beef category now is more these steaks. But as far as like ground beef and stuff.
Maybe a burger here.
Maybe a burger here and there. And honestly, if I make my own burger, I got a spot where I go to where they can actually take a steak and ground it up. And that's probably the best way to have a burger.
Well, but did you know that if you go to your local Fry's, you take the steaks there, they'll do that too.
I don't shop at
Fry's and all the other places. And I don't know if Walmart will do it. But,
no, they don't have the capability of doing it.
But for the most part, if you go back and look, your Safeway, your Fry's, your Albertsons, all of them. If you take the meat up there, you're gonna buy it anyway. You can tell me, can you ground this up for me? 9 times out of 10, they will. And you get more per pound. Actually, if you think about it, you get more per pound. But yeah, just to think, man, and I look at the portions and I think about that, and looking at and then talking about how crazy we are here. I mean, honestly, when you sit back and look, we are an interesting country. We've got, you name it, it's here. And I mean, you name it.
And right now, we are the laughing stock of the world. This country. Especially, let's just go right into it. After that horrific debate.
I feel sorry for y'all that lost a couple years off your life watching that. Watching, if y'all remember the movie Grumpy Old Man, if not, go back and watch it.
I told myself that I wanted to watch it just to see, right? And it was like a train wreck that you see coming, and you just can't take your eyes off of it. You can't stop watching. You know it's going to hit. You know the impact is coming there, but you don't want to take your eyes off of it. And it was, oh my God. Honestly, this is my personal opinion about it. It wasn't a good debate for either parties, but it damn sure wasn't a good debate for the Democrats and Biden. It was a horrible debate for Joe Biden and the Democratic Party. That's all I can say. That's honestly all I can say. And the funny part about it, I've talked to people that was under 35, right? Under 35. A lot of them say, they were saying before, they don't care for near one of them, right? They really say now they don't care for near one. Like, we're the laughing stock of the world right now. And the sad part about it, I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Republican. As an American.
Wait a minute, stop right there. And Shula, back me up on this. I could have sworn you said you don't identify as American, you identify as a Moor. Which, now that you found out your research about them owning slaves, you kind of feel a certain way about that.
No, absolutely not.
Yes, you do. Last time we were on the show, you need to go back.
What I'm saying is, not being, for those that are Republican and those that are Democrat, I don't care what side of the total pole that you're standing on. If you're an American and you saw that debate, as an American, y'all should be embarrassed. Period. That's where I was going with it.
Well, unfortunately, I have to tell you this, and I'm telling this to everybody. Just YouTube debates around the world, and you'll see this one wasn't as bad as you think it was. It just looks bad to us because we're more vocal about it and watching it, and we're gonna nitpick everything because that's what, as Americans, we do. But if you go look at some of the French Parliament debates, go look at some of the Russian quote unquote debates, go look at some of the other ones, and you
like how you said the quote unquote, they don't debate. They really don't.
It's all about you just gonna listen to what I gotta say.
That part, and if you disagree, pow!
So go back and look at the ones across the world, and you're gonna be like, you know what? It could have been worse.
Really? That's what you take from that?
That's why I said if y'all need to, go watch Grumpy Old Men and then go rewatch the debate. You're gonna be like, well, damn, that is what Grumpy Old Men are.
No, here's the thing about it. Like, I watched the debate. Like I said, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm more I don't identify with the Republican Party or the Democratic Party. That's just what it is. But for me, watching the debate and watching them two, Biden, Sleepy Joe himself, fell asleep in the middle of the debate and did not know where he was going to pick up on, right? And then I listened to a lot of what Trump said, and it's like, just to make it sound good, you're not even going to say it. Because they asking you deliberate, they're giving you layup questions. You know what I mean? They're giving you give me questions.
14. Oh.
They're giving you layup, give me questions, and you just think oh, Trump, like, come on, man, like, They, to me, I saw fumbles on both sides, But that Biden took the hit, the blunt of it on that one. Yeah, I gotta admit.
14. The sum is 14.
And I was waiting for it too. He was all like the only convict on this stage. I was waiting for them to start taking shots at each other. Then here goes Trump taking shots at Hunter. Yeah,
So here's the thing: people love to talk about him being convict, but I'm going to bring up a couple people in history
that were president as convicted convicts,
that were convicts that were actually very impactful in the world.
We ain't talking about the world; we're talking about America.
Okay, we can do that too. Impactful to America. Number 1 and number 2.
Okay, who?
So I really have to go to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Very impactful men. They were convicts.
They didn't hold a political office seat, nor were they presidents. They were labeled black. I'm not even going to use the word terrorists. They were labeled
black radicals.
That part.
There was no terrorist word that we
that
used.
Part. Absolutely.
Black radical. And then I'm going to also mention another person that people really don't know. JFK's brother.
Which one? Robert? And see, the thing about it, Robert, RFK right now, that's not JFK's brother, is it? That's not the same one. That's the son.
Senior.
Yeah. Okay, this is the son.
I'm talking about senior.
Okay, so the one that's running right now, that's the son to our. Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. All right, man.
The reason why I mention these people because I'm tired of people. These are convicted convicts. So what? Just convicted convicts in your family.
RFK was a convicted convict. What did he do?
DUIs, like a motherfucker. JFK's just lucky he never got one because the family hit it.
Hey, when you're in politics, you have
when you're that the Kennedys, and they go back to the Rockefellers. Remember the Rockefellers and Kennedys were,
And you see, they killed off the Rockefellers and went into hiding. And then they killed off the Kennedys. Now they going into hiding. Nobody want to identify as a Kennedy or a Rockefeller nowadays. But when you find that lineage, you want them rights.
She got number 11 today. God, man, she is on a tear. Angel. Oh, we got to do a WNBA thing. We got to get to that though. We got to build to that. But am I embarrassed? No, because you know what? We're the only superpower left, and we ain't going nowhere.
Are we still a superpower though? I mean, China is way more of a superpower than we are.
Are they? When things go wrong, who do everybody call?
Because again, we're the country that bails out every other goddamn. Now, one thing Trump did say in that debate, I actually agree with, right? When he said at the end of the day, he's not trying to pull out of NATO, but he wants other countries that's in NATO to step up and pay their fair share.
He's been saying that for years.
I agree with that because at the end of the day, we always are the ones bailing out other countries financially.
Look at our debt.
And this just isn't under Biden's motherfucking administration.
It's been
happening
beginning
for
of time.
presidencies. For presidencies. We're always bailing out other countries. We go to war, destroy their economy.
And we don't have to go to war. You gotta be honest with you. We don't necessarily go to war every time. If something happens where their economy falls apart, we're the first ones to give a handout. And we're always going to continuously give that handout because we're looking for the payout.
And never get it.
We're borrowing against our own national debt, which I don't even know how the hell that happens. How do you borrow against money that's in the negative?
And they won't let me do it. I want to know what the bylaws to that is so I can use that in the bank.
No, what I'm surprised is that there hasn't been anyone to actually come step up on either side.
Nope.
Since this debate.
Nope.
That's what I find comical to me. I bet you behind closed doors, they both looking at each other like, man, what the hell did we just
like at the end of the day, the Democrats know this man Biden ain't gonna make another 4 years. Biden, if he gets reelected in office, we all know he's not going to make
All
it.
right, so
I don't. After
saying-
that debate, man.
I'm saying this, everybody here. I believe the plan was for him
To transition it over.
no, not transition. Win the election. They find him incompetent in office,
Mhm.
and then who moves in, who sleazes their way in. The vice president. That way, we'll have our first. Because there's no way in heck she could run and win. There is no way. There is no freaking way. No way. Can't do it. If she runs, she'll probably have the lowest turnout of any election.
Never say never, bro. That's all I can say. Never say never. Because I've seen some stuff in my day that I never thought I would experience.
Put it this way: she don't have the backing of the Democratic Party. Because if they did, then they would have already made the move that they were going to make. Right now, they're circling the wagons, trying to figure out what are they going to do.
Well, with them circling the wagons, I'm hearing a lot of chatter that they trying to get Biden to step down. They said that they trying to get him to step down by the end of this month, hopefully within 2 weeks, no later than the end of July.
I don't know when they're trying to get him step down, but I do know that I think it was earlier this week. I saw an article saying that he's talking with his family and his close advisors about what's going to happen. So I think we'll see. I don't think they're going to do it this week because it's the 4th of July. They're going to at least wait a week to 2 weeks to even do any kind of announcement, which that makes sense. But then they got to hurry up and do something because November's around the corner.
Exactly. And then when it comes to Trump being in office again, this man is going to be completely ridiculed over everything that he's done.
No different than when he was in office.
It is going to be worse.
I don't think it can't get any worse. The only thing they're going to say, you're a convict. Your point is. Okay, thank you. And so is your uncle. Next.
I think if Trump gets in the office, it's going to be a worse term than his first term.
What was so bad about his first term? That he did. Tell me what he did in his first term that was terrible.
Optics.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you, give me one
answer.
thing. So you can't answer it. I asked you, I specifically said, give me one thing that he did in office that was so terrible.
That he did while he was in office? I'm going to tell you right now.
You're searching right now.
At the end of the day, I did not appreciate when he literally sent the SWAT team, Secret Service, all that to the church, tear gassed everybody so he could do a photo op. Regardless if everybody wanted to split out there, well, he didn't give the word to do that, in whatever case may be.
Okay, again, I just said something that he actually did. So now you don't have anything confirmed.
He could have controlled that narrative. The thing with Trump, he has the ability to control the narrative a lot better than let it get out of hand. Like even with the January 6th shit, a lot of people want to say, well, he didn't cause the insurrection. A lot of people want to say he did. My opinion is he could have controlled that narrative. When the shit was breaking out and the shit was going ham, he could have said something or did something to calm all them people down, and he did nothing. That's the problem that I have with Trump. He does not navigate situations correctly.
So let's see. Didn't answer my question. Thank you. But I said pinpoint something that he did negatively to impact everything. You said your opinion. I didn't ask you that. I asked you something he did in office. You're talking about January 6th.
Okay, I'll tell you what I didn't like. How he handpicked certain Supreme Court justices that's in office right now. We got this abortion debacle that's going on because of him.
So that's his fault?
Yeah, that is his fault. He appointed them.
So, okay, so you're going to hold people
accountable for the people
who they appointed.
Yes, correct.
Okay,
and if Obama did the same thing, I would hold Obama accountable for that.
Now, I'm glad you brought up Obama because I was going there. Let's go back and look at his cabinet. How many failed people did he appoint in his cabinet?
2.
Just 2?
Just 2.
Just 2.
Just 2.
Okay, how many people stepped down while he was in office?
None.
No, nobody stepped down. Well, nobody.
That I can recall. Not that I can recall. And then when you bring that up, how many advisors of Trump, how many different council people for Trump, how many people that were so Trump ho, and when shit hit the fan.
Okay, I'm gonna do it like this. Secretary of State, what happened to him when he was the guy that the main one that Obama called his right hand man, Secretary of State? What happened?
What was his name again?
No, what happened?
I gotta recall his name. What was his name again?
It just left my head.
Because I'm trying with the name, it's gonna recall what happened.
Let me tell you what happened. He was found out for, I'm gonna use the word that everybody likes to use against Trump, tax evasion to the 5th degree. And guess what ended up happening? He ended up where? Back to the old drawing board. What happened to the second one that he nominated? Couldn't get past the domestic violence situation. The third one, finally, we got one in office, but didn't last through Trump. So you want to sit there and hold people accountable for the people they're appointing. How about the people you try to appoint that ain't shit? You don't want to talk about that, do you?
Okay, so you mentioned somebody that was fighting a domestic violence beef, right? So
going for
office in. Okay, so in the White House. Stay right there, right? Stay right there.
So are you supposed to give just? No, I'm not done.
No, hold on. Let me ask you a question. I want to ask you a question.
Let me finish because you always cut me off. Let me finish.
Okay.
Now, in that same notion, aren't you as a president supposed to have your people do the investigation to find out everything about dirt before you appoint this man?
Okay. Continue.
So he didn't fail anything?
So even if that was the case, right? And let's just for state's argument, you're right? How the hell in this fucking country, as a convicted felon, you cannot hold a political seat, you cannot hold a Supreme Court justice, you can't be in the Senate, you can't be in the House, but you can be the fucking president?
But you can't be a senator? So you can't be a senator? Are you sure about that?
What senators that I don't know of any senators that got convicted that are convicted felons that are in office right now. I know senators that are going through fucking felony cases right now, like your boy what's his name, Bob Mendez, the dude that was doing the bribery and got caught with the gold bricks and shit. That's a felony case that he's fighting right now, but he's a sitting senator, but he wasn't a convicted felon.
Because they have what's called filibusters and hush money. That's why they don't have it happen. But the thing is,
what convicted felon is a sitting senator right now, or in the past history? Because I don't know of one.
We'd have to look it up. But the point of the matter is that you want to bring that up. You want to talk about how there's no convicted felons in office, but they're all crooks though. So but make it make sense. How can you be a crook without a convicted felon? Does it hearsay?
And that's hearsay. And that's the point of what I'm trying to make. Trump got convicted for 34 counts of defrauding people, and you got the government defrauding people every fucking day. But you can't be a sitting fucking official, but you can be a president.
But the whole thing
that doesn't make sense.
The whole thing is you can't say you can't be. You cannot say you can't be a sitting official. We just know we don't know of one. You can't say that. Well, you can't be a convicted felon.
Can you be a convicted felon and sit in office?
Yeah, it was the answer was right there.
Convicted officer? No, that's not president. No, that's Texas.
Well, Texas is an office, is it not? The state of Texas is still a. Oh. It's only going to tell you about presidents. That's the hot thing. It's only going to tell you about presidents because that's the hot thing.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm trying to. I don't. Okay, fact check. Let's see here. Can a convicted felon serve in the elected office? Constitution allows convicted felon to be a member of Congress even if he's in prison. It's up to the Senate or the House to decide how or who may serve. As for state offices, different laws apply. So for state offices, I could see why they wouldn't. But Alaskan Senator Ted
Stevens
was convicted of 7 felony counts of corruption in October. When was this, though? He wasn't in office. He ran for re-election November 4th. This was in October.
I think he won.
No, he didn't. He lost.
Oh no, did they have a wait?
They had a
Begich won. Begich.
They had a runoff and he lost. So that's very interesting to me because at the end of the day,
that's why I said
the everyday average fucking American that's trying to live has this rap sheet where you can't get ahead in society.
You can't get a job,
which means you can't get ahead in the world, in society, right? But you mean to tell me that
you can run from office?
That shit makes no fucking.
But who's gonna vote for you? Because the people that you want to vote, they got to get their voting rights back, right? Am I right or wrong? So therefore,
that's why I say it's never happened, and this is going to set a precedent, and it's going to be a shame on America.
Is it?
I think so. We're already fucking laughing stock, bro. Don't matter who we have. It doesn't matter. The next however many years we're fucked.
Who was a South African president for a long time?
You talking about Muhammad?
No, Mandela.
Oh, okay.
Convicted what?
That was after he got out of office.
No, he was in jail, got out of jail, and then was in office.
Well, the reason why he was in jail was for what people stood. And
well, so, it's more than just that. He incited riots too. They considered him not a terrorist, but what do we call him? A radical. Right? So therefore,
and we radicalized radicals.
And I was getting to that point too. But at the same time, so sitting there talking about it's unprecedented, I don't give a shit. I really don't. My whole thing is let the worst man lose, not the best man win. Let the worst man lose. That's the whole point of it right now. Let the worst man lose. Because if push comes to shove, I hate to think it, but I wouldn't doubt in my mind if Trump makes it, he may get assassinated. He may get assassinated. They may have that already. They may already have the right three first name person to do it. What's your middle name?
No, I'm not saying that.
Truly, what's your middle name? I'm telling right now. I'm gonna find out who's gonna be the shooter, and I'm gonna put money on it. And it ain't gonna last a year. Then they not, because to be honest with you, the one thing they want the president to be is just like the parliament in London, in Great Britain. They want you to just be a centerpiece, not a mouthpiece. That's the number one problem with Trump. He's a mouthpiece. You can't control that man. His money, he got his own money. He didn't even take any money while he was in office. You can't control him. He got his own plane. He didn't even want to use Eagle One. Or Eagle. I'm talking about Eagle One. He didn't want to use Eagle One. He's got his own fleet of vehicles. He didn't want to use anything from the White House. He's like, why should I use that? I got my own. Do I really care? Not really. Let's stop looking at the man and start looking at what's going on behind him. We've already said it many a times. Everybody's so focused on who's going to run the country. Technically, he's not running the country. He's speaking on the country, but he's not running it.
I'm not confident in everyone being president. That's just my personal opinion. I am not confident in near one of them. And I damn sure don't want near one of them representing me.
I remember one time somebody told me, you represent yourself, but you're also the face of your own country at the time wherever you are. And I wonder what that meant. I understand it now. Now I'm older. Yeah, he's the president of this country, but just because I say I'm an American, people don't look at, oh, so-and-so is your president. They don't mention that. They don't care. They look at who I am. I'm a representative of the country. If you put, those of you that put your laurels in the quote-unquote face of the country, I feel sorry for you. No matter where you come from, regardless of who it is. You represent yourself. You represent the country no matter where you go, where you are. You got to remember that. Your presence is either good or bad no matter where you go. When you walk in a room, what happens? Do people start snickering? Oh, look at that American. No, they probably don't do that. They don't know until you speak.
They change the rules as they need. I was just talking to my wife about this shit the other day. I was saying, it seems like even Not even. Let's not even talk political, right? Let's not even talk.
Yeah, I was about to say that. You got the Jordan rules, you got the Harden rules.
I wasn't even going there.
Now you got the Trump rules.
I was going there. But what I was telling my wife the other day, I was like, it seems like even as a society, right? It seems like once you figure out one solution to the puzzle, or you get,
or you think you have it,
or you get a little bit further ahead,
and they
push the finish line. You know what I mean? The closer you get to the finish line, they move that mark. You know what I mean? And they change the rules as they go. And I feel like they want us as a society to be put in a economic bubble.
They want you to buckle.
Exactly.
They want us to say, "Oh yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this little handout here."
They want you to buckle, bro. They want you in a bubble. They want you in a certain economic bubble to where it's not even about socialism or classism. It's capitalism.
Negativism.
Well, they're about to see. And they're about to see.
Do I think it's going to be a turnout? No. Because some people are like,
no,
they don't know what to do.
No.
But here's what I want to do. Here's what I would say. Don't just sit there and put the laurels on the president. What have we have said before? Vote for the people under them. That's where the change has to come from. Not the president. It has to come from under him. We got to force his hand. The only way to force his hand is to change the people around. Change the Senate. Change the House. Change your state house. Change change all of that. You got to change the judges. You have to do that. You want to talk about somebody, just because somebody's appointed doesn't mean they're going to get something. You have to be voted in too. So people forget that. I appointed this person. This is who I want them to sit on this seat. Okay, great. Well, guess what? They have to sit through a round table of interviews with the rest of the justices for them to even sign off. Yeah, the president can actually do a veto, but how does that look? That has not happened ever. They have the power to do it, but do they do it? No, they don't want to invoke that because that don't look good. Because if nobody wants you in the house and you're forced in the house, what ends up happening? Just like if there's something foreign in your body that doesn't belong there, what does your body start doing? It starts rejecting it. And guess what? Eventually, it just leaves because it's not wanted. It gets pushed out. People don't want that to happen because that's a
Going into entertainment, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this, right?
Not like us.
When the whole beef started with Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole.
J. Cole wasn't in it.
I'm like, all right, I want to see where this goes. J. Cole dropped out. I'm like,
so
all
we
right.
thought.
Kendrick, in my opinion, he did Drake over. Don't
want to talk about the Ghostwriter, but yes, he did.
In the meantime, while Kendrick is doing Drake over,
J. Cole in the lab.
No, Rick Ross gets into his own little scabble with Drake. Let me finish.
No.
He got something to say. Always on Instagram calling white boy this and Drake doing this. So a promoter books him.
In Canada.
He goes to Vancouver. The DJ starts playing Not Like Us. Some Drake fans that happen to be in the backstage area.
OVO crew.
Supposedly, that's why I say Drake fans. Happen to be in the backstage area and they confront Ricky Rose. Rick, that was an embarrassment, bro. You talked all that shit, went to Vancouver, and your whole team got drugged, and you didn't do a goddamn thing.
He was waiting for Maybach music to show up. Oh, my bad. You know what? He's been around Bad Boy too long. You've been taking that. Oh, I shouldn't do that either.
It was embarrassing.
Just stick to the studio, man. Just stick to the studio. But the whole time, J. Cole in the lab drops a whole album, and in the midst of that album, a diss track on Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick ain't gone after him yet. I don't even think he's going to. Remember, J. Cole, he was smooth with it. Like, I'm not a part of this. Little did we know back in the lab, this man.
No, J. Cole actually came out with a 5-song this record, or 5-song this EP, and then he took it down. And then he was all like, I ain't in this, I apologize.
But no, it still got released. You go look it up now, it's still out there. He didn't take it down. Because something happened behind the scenes that I'm waiting to find out between Kendrick and J. Cole. Something happened. Don't know what it was. Something happened. But here's the thing. Their problems, don't care. This is rich people beef, quote unquote. I don't care. People talking about, oh, Drake's not selling the way he used to. Do you think that man cares? He's pretty much a 6-figure millionaire. You think they actually care? Yeah. Okay. What? His pride is hurt. How many people lose rap battles and keep going? Oh, actually, not thought about that.
Yeah.
Actually,
no.
There's been a couple.
Name one that's actually been semi-successful.
Biggie.
He lost the rap
Tupac?
battle. He died during that battle.
But he lost the rap battle.
And he lost his life at the same time.
Not at the same time. The rap battle was way before that, before he even lost his life. Remember, he didn't lose his life until after Tupac lost his.
Mm-hmm. Retaliation.
So we think.
I ain't saying nothing. No Diddy. Oh, speaking about that, so you hear what King Combs or Diddy's son said? This nigga said, I'm gonna go upside anybody's head
You got something.
that says no Diddy.
No Diddy?
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
King, you're more than welcome to step foot on the premises. And as you're eating concrete,
No Diddy.
as you're biting the curb,
No Diddy.
we will definitely
No Diddy.
whisper in your ear. Man, get out of here. You can't fight. I'm 46 and will still run circles around you, bro. Don't do that to yourself, dude. Don't do that. Do not do that to yourself.
Oh, he wouldn't fight you. He'd send his people.
Again, you don't want to mess with a goon. Now just leave it at that. We invite chaos at times.
You know what? Yeah. Never mind. Anyway, folks, what a great episode it's been.
Oh, you know what you did say it, Trulu? I said we're going to jump in there. I'm going to get this out the way. Shout out to Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. I cannot wait to see the WNBA All-Star game here in Phoenix. Did y'all not know that? It's here on the 20th, here in Phoenix, the WNBA All-Star game. So you get to see Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese on the same team.
They're not the same team.
Yes, they are. They're on the same team.
No.
Yes, they are.
Oh,
look it up.
Oh,
I really like to see it. I like to see Caitlin Clark hitting Angel with one of them no-look passes for the layup. Hopefully she makes it the second time.
Anyway, folks, until next week, have a good weekend. Stay out the heat. Have a good 4th of July. Stay safe. Stay hydrated.
Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends.
And don't blow your fingers off.
Why you got to make the reference to Justin Tuck?
I wasn't going there.
Now, what's matter? You know what's
I
funny?
was actually talking about JPP, but
That's what I meant. I said Justin Tuck.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, JPP ain't down no more. My man got the email.